Hey there, welcome to the LedgerCast. As always, I'm Scott Kane.
And I'm Matt Hicks.
And after minor technical difficulties, we're going to get Sonic Mania streaming live for our ones of fans out there. Got to bring them the content. Got to bring the fresh, new...
Yeah, all ones of our fans.
Yeah, exactly. So we got a dope-ass intro cinematic here. As the conductor of the hype train going into this game being released, I watched it already. It's really cute. It's like a strange Japanese anime kind of thing.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Are they going up an elevator? Yeah.
They are going up an elevator.
Okay.
Okay, so I actually didn't even... So we just recovered from some technical difficulties, but we're here now. Loving life, drinking beer, playing Sonic Mania. I didn't give you even like a briefing on this game. Do you know the story behind it? This will be a good background for anyone watching.
I've definitely played it. I don't know if I know anything about the history of it.
Oh, okay. So, Sonic Mania is a game that was released last week, or thereabouts, maybe a fortnight ago. It's entirely fan-made.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is a game, well, obviously it's intentionally nostalgic to the quote-unquote heyday of Sonic the Hedgehog, yada, yada, yada. It's basically a recognition by Sega that they could not produce a fucking Sonic game to save their life.
Interesting.
So they did what I would say is the market optimal and intelligent thing in terms of like finding a good, clearing point for your IP. They just licensed it out to a bunch of nerds. And the nerds came up with this game that everyone has been creaming in their jeans about. Because it's so cute, so quirky, so classic, so cool, right?
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, it's a great success in terms of, bringing legitimacy and success to an alternative publishing model, right?
Yeah, I mean, also, I feel like it's kind of like, well, we don't want to work on this, so we might as well let somebody who does want to work on it.
Yeah, or more specifically, we don't know how to work on this anymore, right? There's, just kind of that...
I'm just imagining people being like, I forgot how to computer. We should let computer people computer.
Yeah. I'm trying to imagine, it's really hard to picture the face of Sonic in terms of the actual corporate development or game designers of the game in the way that it's easy with Nintendo, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Reggie is what I think of, Miyamoto,
sure,
or
Miyamoto
whatever.
is who I think of.
But with Sonic, I just imagine the Sega logo itself.
Yeah, does Sega have a person? I mean, I'm sure they've had a CEO or something
I think
that.
he just has the disembodied logo floating through his home,
Yeah.
And maybe in the course of the last 20 years of publishing bomb after bomb of abject failure of Sonic games,
blowing its brains out,
right?
In like a motel.
The neighbors don't notice until the smell gets bad. Kind of suicide.
Is it like when the cartridge blows on itself or something? I'm trying to come up with a good visual metaphor for a game company committing suicide right now.
I can't help it, but I just think of as just slowly day after day the joy and that kind of vibrant resonance of the Sega just droops and slowly fades. Sega. I don't know, man. That'd be sad. Well, alright, so that's the background of this game. Recently released, Critical Darling. Why don't we get it started up?
Yeah.
In an effort to save everybody here, all, ones of us listening out there, any kind of boredom, we already went through the first couple levels of this game.
Yeah.
With the idea being that, they're more or less remakes of classic Sonic games. And the way, I'm not getting into details here, but they basically poached the best levels from the best Sonic games. And they kind of redid them in a couple ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one we're on right now, or the one we were just on, seemed pretty complicated. I'm going to actually hand it off to you. I just want to point out that Mania mode makes me laugh.
Yeah. 1 8-ball minimum. Mania mode, you gotta go fast.
I was just gonna say Modern Life is kind of like Mania mode these days.
Oh, see, my curious cat nature has won us another extra life, Matthew.
So I feel like we should pause really quick and put the background to be something similar. So what you guys aren't seeing is that the technical difficulty was that the video did not allow us to transfer the streaming over to OBS for this game in particular.
True.
So we had to do windowed mode, which is presenting us with quite a UI challenge in that we're looking at basically 2 copies of the game playing on screen.
It feels appropriate. It feels like a Mania of types.
It is definitely manic as fuck.
I mean, my eyes hurt a little bit, but it's...
that may just be this
shit!
level,
What is this dude doing? Oh, come on! I thought I could jump on him.
I mean, he was electrified.
Sega, that was a fair presumption, and you know it. I'm gonna get that fucking ring. So I guess initial thoughts on the game, excellent. I've been enjoying it. It's been a nostalgia trip for sure.
Yeah, this game's dope.
Very sensual game. What's this?
Ooh, he says.
Yeah. Hey, come on.
That's the trick with the shield ones, the power up.
Motherfucker.
Again, he was like electrified or spinning or whatever was going on there.
Well, yeah. What am I gonna do? Just walk away? I don't walk away from a fight with minor bad guys in a Sonic game.
You gotta go fast, man.
You gotta go fast.
That's one of the brilliances of this game is that even when you get hit, you end up getting like one of your coins back.
It's a ring, brother.
A ring.
Get it straight. Coins are for losers, chumps. Kids who haven't been kissed by the time they're in the 8th grade. Rings are for real winner cool guys. Oh, shit. Okay. I will say, I love the Sonic games growing up. And they are fun and in a way, fucking Christ, challenging.
I mean, challenging is the right word. They're erratic, like,
yes.
at like the best of times.
Well, it seems like the kind of thing that would occupy a child to no end, because a child would just have a series of very easy to memorize instructions to follow.
I thought you were going to say a series of seizures, given the nature of this level. Just a series of seizures.
Yeah. Oh, what? Hello?
Those are cool.
Bonk.
That's pretty satisfying.
Big fan. Big fan of that.
So careful.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Oh yeah, don't get that box. That box just hurts you because
no.
because fuck you, Dr. Robotnik.
What did you tell Jay earlier? He's like, I can't make it over. Yeah, that's Robotnik talk. From here on out, self-sabotaging depressive talk is just simple Robotnik talk,
Yeah,
and I won't hear it.
Yeah.
You either go fast or you don't. All right, so don't get that guy. I'll go around this reel.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, all right.
Little
Steamboat.
Silent, yes, Steamboat Robotnik.
Yeah.
Robotnik Willie. That sounds bad. Was that popcorn?
Yeah. Oh my God. So this is, guys. Again, anybody watching, this is. Whoa.
Okay,
so that time he didn't die.
Killed that one,
Okay. This is why we chose to play the new levels, because this is actually, I think, the most interesting thing that I've been doing thus far, which is learning entirely new shit.
I mean, and
not
this
just
level,
fawning over the old, you know?
This level is completely different from the last level, too.
Yeah.
Like, distressingly so. I don't think you can get
Are you kidding me? Ugh.
Oh, Jesus.
Proper.
Oh, careful.
Yeah.
So, I think those 2 coins that you were trying to get are up to the left, aren't they?
Oh, Matthew.
Sneaky.
Coming through. That's some pretty good fast boy talk over there.
Yeah.
Alright, can we conduct the camera? Yeah, we can. Oh! And the bug came and got me.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to finish a little bit of a gripe from a second ago. I remember Sonic with infinite fondness from when I was a kid. My mother got my brothers and I a Sega Genesis when I was like 5, and it was the biggest deal ever. I want to make that really clear.
I want to point out that was like a director's chair that said Eggman on it.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
What's up with like video games and like the kind of demonization of like bright neon lights? Have you noticed that? Like the fucking Mario games, Bowser's always associated with gambling or Las Vegas or pimping or something. I don't know, it's very bizarre. Anyways.
I guess he is kind of a pimp, isn't he?
I'm not really sure. Ooh, girl. Let's get in here.
There we go. Okay, now
you said the controls aren't easy.
So
here.
it sort of moves itself once it gets going.
No, son. This is exactly how it's always played.
Basically, I didn't know if it was.
Oh my God! Flawless victory. I wish anyone out there on the internet could have been here to watch Matt fail abjectly.
Well, you know what? They didn't see it, so it basically never.
So
happened.
it didn't happen. Yeah.
Don't snake yourself here.
Done it before. Okay. Oh man.
So it just keeps moving forward is what I did not realize until far too late.
It's gotta go fast. Oh, it's speeding up.
He says immediately after saying that it has to go fast.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh man, I feel like Tom Cruise in Top Gun right now. This is unbelievable.
Oh baby.
So maybe this is the joy of Sonic that I've forgotten, is just the manicness of it, you know?
You literally just keep going forward.
Yeah, but the issue that I have with this, and I'm gonna try to put a cap on this thought, I know I've approached it like 3 times, is just the idea that there's a certain arbitrary... Oh, fuck yeah, dude, that was incredible.
Nice.
Is that a Chaos Emerald? What the fuck is that? A participation medal?
You got a random coin.
Yeah, get out of here.
Joe.
Whoa, we got turned into some shit. What is this? this is unbelievable. This is why we played the new levels right here. You know what I mean? Like, this stuff. Who's seen this stuff before? And also, I'm kind of just sick of living in nostalgia. It gets kind of boring after a while. But yeah, so here's my general question to the Sonic games. Is making decisions quickly or based entirely off of, like, instinctual reflex to shit the funnest way to structure a adventure game? Because it's certainly not my favorite part of playing Zelda or Mario.
The sort of intuitive, instinctual shit, you mean?
Yeah, and I would say, I'm not trying to, you know, set this up on terms that are self-defeating, but something which is designed to be kind of impulsive, I guess, you know? Like, we've said it maybe twice already, just holding right, you know, and charging forward.
Yeah, I mean, that does get you pretty far in this game.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that gets you through the game, but it's not like how you're really supposed to play it.
Yeah, true.
Like, I think you're supposed to memorize these levels and then go quickly and also get all the secrets. Like, that's
okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of what it feels like is the rewarding part of this game. Like, when you know the level so well, you can speed through it and still, like, get all the cool shit.
But Matthew, you see, I'm very bad at that, and so I don't value it as a gaming skill.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. No, so my honest question is whether or not that's interesting, especially in lieu of so many other series that have turned platforming into a really engrossing. God damn it! I missed that
It
thing.
shouldn't work, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like the kind of thing where if you described it on paper, you'd be like, oh, that doesn't sound very fun. But then it is more fun than that.
What is happening
What's
right now?
fucking going on right now?
Not sure.
Oh, there's a
Okay. Having a very hard time identifying where I am right now.
Yeah, the setup we've got going on is not helping in any way right now.
Am I even striking that guy? I'm not even sure that I am.
Doing something.
Okay, coins. Into it. I committed a cardinal sin, rings. I think I just have to dodge them? Is that what's going
I
on?
think so. So you just shot off 4.
Okay. Then, yeah, I jumped directly into it.
So I'm not sure how you're supposed to get around it. It doesn't seem to give you much room.
No.
Some more coins.
Oh, this is kind of a cute setup, though, because it's teaching me right now. You know what I mean? It's giving me multiple opportunities to solve
And there's 3 things going
a
on.
common difficult problem. Maybe I can use a ramp. I don't know if I can get enough,
Momentum?
yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, because you're backing up along the wall, or along the back of the thing, do you need to, like, get further ahead to be able to
Yeah,
jump
or maybe
over
to
it?
maintain constant speed.
Yeah, something like that.
That would be more fitting with,
See, like, it just pushed you most of the way back.
the ethos of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yep, if you speed up just the right way. Oh my goodness, this is difficult.
Okay, so that one you can blow up.
Yes.
In fact, that one seems to do the damage.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Okay, cool. So the red ones you can't jump on, but the blue ones you
Well, maybe I'm answering my own question here, and that I might be selling this game a little short by just describing it as hold right and have fun. Because we just learned something. That was a game mechanic that we had to learn,
That
you know,
one-
or a set of rules or
yeah,
whatever.
I mean, the bosses in this game are like kind of what make it, I think, because you make it through this level whether you like understand it or not, and then you come to this like a little mini boss, and it's like usually a little funny and a little like absurd.
Well, there's at least a rational structure of rules to learn about that boss and how to interact with
Right,
it.
but yeah, but it's like a simple but effective mechanic. Like,
Fuck yeah.
nice. I like these little bouncy balls too. It just seems very satisfying to land directly on top.
I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. Die. Yeah, get him, Tails. I also remember playing some of the Sonic games as a kid and just constantly sending Tails to do my dirty work. like my brother or I would play player 2, you know? That guy's bad guy up there, Tails. Why don't you go ahead and get on in there? I can't get you now.
Yeah, so it looks like you have to like hit him a couple times before his guard is down, essentially.
That's a little weird. Alright, I can't get up there. I think I'm gonna charge forward here. Oh my god, this is intoxicating. Okay, so we are in a...
Now you're in a lotto machine?
Oh my gosh, more gambling imagery. Okay. Not sure what, if any, control I have on the effects of this game right now. Okay, well,
Okay, so that you did appear to be able to do something with those guys.
yeah.
So I have a feeling there's going to be another one of some sort.
Oh my goodness, alright. Quite an ordeal.
Alright. Or this might be taking us out of it.
Holy crap.
Yeah, right? Okay, we're in a different place now.
Yeah, that's what this is what I'm talking about in the sense that did I make a concrete decision in between those two sections?
Usually what I found is that, like, there's a default mode, which is, like, if you just sort of, like, plow ahead, you'll get that version of it. But then there's like cool stuff that you can do that has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, again, I might be selling the game and its history and everything a little short, but I don't find that super interesting. It's definitely aesthetically engaging. It's like kind of like I think it was like a lot of that kind of showy anime shit, you know, where there's some animation that's just so good, you're kind of like, I don't know, that's kind of entrancing, right?
Yeah.
And I think if this game is kind of being a little bit like that, where you just kind of, I don't know, mouth opens up, drool drops out, pretty things happen. I do feel manic. I'll give him credit for that.
I mean, I feel like though watching a speed run of this, where like the person.
Oh,
knew
that would be
exactly
incredible. Oh, I can jump. Oh, well, this might be the end of the old Scorty regime. God damn it.
See, it's those ones. So those ones bounce you back and then also make you move backwards, which sucks.
Oh man. Oh wow. Okay, we're just whipping around here. Very hard to tell what's going on screen.
That was interesting. You got caught on the
Yeah,
wall there.
it seems like weird design, right?
Yeah, that might just be a bug.
Yeah, this is, I'm sure, great streaming content, but I'm going to investigate. Yeah, shouldn't have caught me. Interesting.
Huh.
Well, what can you say? I mean, the game's made by a bunch of fucking amateurs. Although I joke, I mean, this is the most beautiful thing I've seen in a long time.
Oh.
Well, maybe not, though. There's so many beautiful games now.
Oh man, so that's hard to.
It's pretty.
Quantify. I mean, like, because we've played like Hyper Light Drifter.
Yes. Oh my God. All hail
so
to the
many,
king.
Yeah, there's been so many games.
So that's kind of the point that I'm making, where I'm like, yeah, this is cool and it's exciting and flashy and nostalgia and, you know, crazy fast things happen crazy quickly, right? Is that more engaging than Hyper Light Drifter? And my answer is resounding no on that.
Yeah, it's definitely a different kind of game than that.
Yeah.
There's not really like an appreciable story either. With something like Hyper Light Drifter, there's actually ostensibly a plot, you know?
Plot is even the right word for it. I feel like Hyper Light Drifter achieved like story through like color or just representation of images rather than like strict narration.
Yeah.
Because there's no text in it, right?
Right.
Right.
It's at the very least, it's got like hieroglyphics, but other than that, it doesn't really have anything.
Right.
So this is getting pretty manic.
Yeah, Sonic. All right. So if Hyper Light Drifter is like, fuck me. What do I do? Am I gonna? Well, I'm gonna run into that.
You die.
So I'm trying to think of Hyper Light Drifter. I feel like just fundamentally answers the question of what is the game. Like ostensibly they're both like adventure games, Sonic, but just answers the question very differently and in a much more rewarding way than
what is a game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what do we do when we're making games?
Huh. How do
Look,
you
his eyes get bigger. That's kind of cute. I like that.
how do you get out of this scenario?
I don't know.
There you go.
There we go.
This time you go left.
Yeah. Gotta go left. Alright. We going up here now? And I know that again, like it's a product of its age. Oh my god. There we go.
Nice. Oh, there's a little lottery thing.
Yeah, there you go down there. See, I want to go explore.
Tails is
over
like,
there.
dude, we're going. We're doing it.
I want to go explore over there, but I think I'm gonna be punished for it. To be completely honest with you. Oh, there we go. Oh gosh.
Those little spider dudes are pretty mean.
You talking about my homeboy microphone spider?
Yeah, microphone. Yeah, whatever.
Which I think there's a non-black rapper in
You mean a white rapper?
I'm not saying specifically white, but I'm saying decidedly not black, named Microphone Spider out there in Detroit.
Microphone spider.
Oh my gosh. Let's see if we can hit this guy. Alright. Can we go down here?
There's a...
That was dope. That was a pleasant series of, you know...
Twists and turns?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I did anything really with it, but, you know...
You got there.
Yeah. Oh, yes. This is great. I can tell because I'm getting points.
The sound effects in this game are pretty awesome. Huh?
Yeah, I'm going to use a term that I think gets a little overused. I'm going to say it is great sound design.
Yeah, I mean, it's like pinball, you know?
Right.
Which is... A good pinball machine sounds like that's awesome, you know?
Now,
like
Matt, do you have strong opinions about pinball?
I do have strong
Do you want to share those with anybody?
I mean, I don't know how nerdy we want this cast to get. It's already pretty nerdy.
How about I give a good summary of it? How does that sound?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, Matt knows...
I'd actually be interested to see what you say here.
Yes, Matt is very good at pinball, and he knows quite a bit about pinball.
I know what I don't know about pinball, and it's not a whole lot, but it's definitely there's some people who are very good.
You can jump and have Tails grab you?
Oh,
okay.
Lightning bolts. Okay. Yeah, that little Tails maneuver you did was pretty cool.
Okay.
Okay. So presumably, if you go up, it'll kill you.
I really don't have an idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm gonna jump and bop this guy. Seems like good.
The classic tail.
All right, there we go. We got there. So I think he was a weatherman. I think that's what was going on there.
Oh, he's in like the television studio as the weatherman, the Eggman, if you will.
So I think that there's a reference in this game to this horrific technical failure, like IT failure that Sega had when it was putting on a debut of a Sonic Anniversary event, and I think they make reference to it there. Basically, imagine the extreme low-level production values that you and I bring to the table in the production of an episode of the Ledger Cast, and apply that to a multi-million-dollar company. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're talking about here.
Man, that always feels bad when companies like just fuck up real bad.
Right.
Like you know, like Jim and IT got fired the previous week, and he's like, "Well, I'm taking down the ship with me," or something like that.
Yeah. Or like maybe, I just feel like a lot of times in large organizations, there's always this idea where people are like, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And we know it'll be fine because we work for, I don't know.
Dude, check this shit out.
Lehman Brothers or whatever. Yeah, what are you doing? Man, I think the new levels are the best levels.
These are pretty awesome. They're just extremely varied so far.
Yeah.
Little mines on the ground.
Well, so, and this is a weird observation, because I'm not trying to shit on the classic Sonic games, which I really enjoyed. But I feel like these new levels are more interesting. Because the old stuff is the hold right, gotta go fast stuff, right?
I mean, the later games definitely had more variety to them.
Did they? Maybe I'm being selective in my particular accounting. It was pretty emotional for me. I remember, like I said, I was around 5 or 6 years old, and my mother got me a Sega Genesis, and I freaked right the fuck out. I mean...
As you should.
Yeah. My brothers and I had started an honest-to-God lobbying campaign against her.
In order to get a system?
Yeah, I mean, it was like one of those things where you ask for the Nintendo, but, if they'll settle on the Genesis, you've still done pretty well,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
There we go.
Alright. Fuck this guy. Over here. Chill out on that guy.
There's something about the aesthetic of Sonic. Let's talk about this for a second. Alright. What is the premise of Sonic the Hedgehog's world? What is the thematic content? What is his purpose? And I ask this to be pretentious and to be laughed at, yes, but also I think the answers are weird.
They're not as simple as like he's a hedgehog that goes fast. It's like no, there's like some kind of story going on.
There is a story. I can recite the bits and pieces of it. I'm just curious what you think they are.
I mean, to me, it's like that he like has some sort of weird like antagonistic relationship with this scientist who may have created him. I don't know.
Perhaps a jilted ex-lover. We don't know.
Yeah, like
we don't know.
Very easly be a jilted ex-lover. Oh, there we go. Okay.
So I'll explain everything I know about I'm doing air quotes for everybody at home right now.
All right.
Plot or lore of Sonic the Hedgehog as quickly as I can here. There was a scientist named Dr. Robotnik or something similar to that. I think his original name was Robotnik backwards, so, Kit Nobob or whatever that is, right? So, and he had he was working on an experiment of, I can't recall what origin or import, and he also had a hedgehog chilling in his studio with him, because who doesn't, right?
Yeah, I mean, bro, that's how you science.
Yeah, and that's right. And so as a true scientist, he thought to himself, what if I gave this hedgehog super good shoes that let him run really fast? He did this, right? But the hedgehog ended up breaking like the sound barrier or some shit, turned himself blue, fried all of his equipment, and Dr. Kitnobu, or whatever his name is, became Dr. Robotnik and hates him because of it. And so Robotnik has imprisoned this world's animals and put them in extremely complicated and sometimes self-parodying mechanical versions of themselves.
Yeah.
And it's your job as Sonic, the unappointed guardian of all life on this planet from the ridiculous schemes of Dr. Robotnik,
This guy sucks.
to go heal your little individual buddies. Bizarrely altruistic for Sonic,
Oh shit.
who's presented as such a bad boy, but he's so kind, I guess.
He's just fast, man.
He's just fast. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not having a good time with this.
What are you trying to do here? Oh, of course.
Just trying to fuck up these little capsules.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Alright.
There we go. Got
Shield.
something
Alright. Credit where credit's due. The power-ups in this game feel incredible.
Oh yeah, this so far we've seen. Let's see, we've seen like a electrostatic thing that
Attracts the rings.
attracted the rings. Then we saw a fireball thing that let us like fly in any direction that we wanted to.
Yeah,
with
and
a
you could
double
almost
jump.
like Super Saiyan blast
Oh,
horizontally with
speaking
it.
of, here we go.
Well, you're electric, right? I
Yeah.
guess you can stick to things.
No, so this is. I think it's the thing above me.
Well, whatever it is, I'm real into
Oh,
it.
what
shit.
happened there? Why'd I get hurt?
I think we also saw a bubble one, which presumably allows you to breathe underwater, if I remember my Sonic 3 correctly. Oh, dope. I think that's all that we've seen. I guess you have the invincibility, but I don't find that super interesting.
Yeah, that one's pretty stupid. I kind of feel like over here, this thing is gonna pick me up if I jump into it. How did you get? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to use Tails, though. I just made that comment earlier. That's one thing that I think Sonic Mania does well, but also maybe could use one moment of explanation, is the controls. They are simple, and they're banking on nostalgia, so presumably you know how to play this. But, like, I didn't know you could get Tails to carry you, you know?
There we go.
Yeah, good work. Oh, shit.
What's going on right now?
I don't know,
Oh, I've
man.
got like some kind of super speed or something.
Yeah. I think it's definitely a gotta go fast kind of moment. Oh, okay. Oh, can you swing back the other way? Oh, there we go.
Defying the laws of physics.
Yeah. Well, that's just centripetal force, right? Or centrifugal force. I can never recall which of those is the correct term.
Centripetal.
Mm.
Think. Centrifuge is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, actually. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Matt, goodness.
I don't like that. I don't like that part of the game.
Yeah, I've noticed.
I don't like it.
I've noticed. All the rocking.
It's not because I'm not good at it. I just don't like
That's
it. Okay?
right, yeah. I've been meaning to talk to you about the large amounts of rocking and crying you've been doing tonight. You know, it's just like...
Don't tell everyone on the stream.
Oh, man. You know, I don't...
It's not my fault that Scottish is better than I am at picking up blue balls.
Oh, my God.
Try to avoid blue balls whenever I can, Scott.
Yeah. Oh,
no.
tricky timing, right?
Oh, I see how it works now. Okay. I'm seeing it go on the side of the screen as well. That's why it's kind of like, what is happening?
Yeah, again, I can't really
Oh,
explain
Jesus,
to y'all
this
how
is-
much we're suffering for you.
Yeah,
Just
this
window
is-
and window stuff.
This is just.
It's also, I guess, tricky. Like, that's the point, right?
I used to believe anything is too tricky for me.
That's true. We are vain like that. There we go.
Thinking of it, doing a cover of You're So Vain and just saying I'm so vain.
Yeah.
There we go.
Apparently TJ beat Hollow Knight. That's dope. We didn't even fucking get halfway through Hollow Knight, did we?
No. Hollow Knight's cool. It's very difficult.
Yeah. Man, I feel like such a wimp for saying that, but it's absolutely true. It's also like, I feel like the scale of the game... There's definitely a payoff there with Hollow Knight, but I didn't feel compelled to finish it in the way that I did with Hyper Light Drifter, you know?
Hyper Light Drifter...
Or Fez, for that matter.
Yeah, Hyper Light Drifter was so much simpler in its... Oh.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's dope. Whoa. Oh, okay.
Okay, so it actually like powers up those things.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just magnetic attraction, so as long as it's running, you'll stick to the ceiling.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. Oh shit.
Oh, somebody's blowing up the chat here. Oh my gosh, fucking magnets, how do they work?
The guy's stupid.
Oh, god damn it, Tanalo, get out of here.
Right. Thankfully, I didn't die there.
You know, that's one of my best friends I've known in my entire life, and of course he comes on my fucking stream. You know, no kind words. Just here to dog me.
Just imploring us to move quickly.
Yeah. Oh man, I gotta go visit that dude. I'll try to do you proud, John. I'll try. I feel like we had a lot of legitimate childhood memories just playing games and dogging each other quite a bit. Jiggy and I used to play Sonic. Not Sonic. Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh man.
To the point of just self-abuse, you know.
Talk about nostalgia, Jesus.
Yeah. I probably logged more hours doing that than maybe any other individual activity in my life.
Oh.
You know, take that self-reflection, you know.
Okay, so you can die in that trash pit down there.
Yeah, so also in like the ethos or the theme or the idea of Sonic, right? There's this weird distaste for the unnatural. I guess thematically the problem is that the natural, aka the animals, have been replaced by the robotics, which is the unnatural, right?
Yeah.
That's just a weird theme. It's not that it's like, ooh, big ring.
Oh, I see how this works.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Big ring.
Get in there.
Big ring.
It's not that that's like a bad. Oh, these games are great.
Okay, so
rings give you time, and blue gives you speed. You know, I'll give them credit. This is a game that allows you to reduce its rules to fucking sentences like rings give you time, blue gives you speed. It's simplicity in programming. Oh, you better get some more rings, homie, because this shit is gonna be done.
I'm looking for it. This one is mighty hard. Okay, so you can. Wow. So you can. The control in the air is very strange in those ones. Okay, so this is. So these are the ones that give you the emeralds,
chaos
right?
Emeralds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which clearly we need to get.
Yes. Well, it is a little bit of a case of, you know, that's a thing that I know, right? Where this game's great. I'm enjoying playing it, but it does really rely on nostalgia, I think, to set it apart. Or more specifically, it's relying on your familiarity with the games to know what to do or why you're doing anything, you know? It's a little bizarre.
Can I jump on those spikes?
Yeah, you can jump on top of them, not on the side.
I'm gonna try to do that. Okay.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's gonna happen either. Well, you know what I'm gonna do instead is just jump into them over and over again.
Yeah.
So I think I have to go up to get out of here. Oh my god.
What are you doing? Stuck between a spike and a hard place, man.
Yeah, I don't really know how to get out of here right now.
Well, jump into the spikes again.
Okay.
Here we go. What a terrible solution to an awkward problem. That's so bizarre.
Yeah. Oh boy. So I think this is a secret area, that hence the big coin. So that was probably why it's like difficult to get in and out of here.
Oh man.
Presumably, if you got into this place in like a reasonable. Oh.
If you say so. The only really coherent parts of this game thus far have been the boss fights. This is dope. Okay.
Because I feel like I have to kill these things, and it will eventually make the.
Oh, bounce into that guy off of them too.
Oh shit.
Because as is the case with any Sonic villain, you have to jump into him.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you kind of have to angle it, I bet. There you go. Yeah, so here's some more moralizing about plastics and metal products and you know, it's bad and everything, where now we're caught in this garbage disposal. More imagery of like the kind of dystopian, artificial.
How long
world.
do you think it would take before the stream told me to stop doing this?
Oh, I don't know.
all ones of our people. Anyway, I'm gonna drop.
Let's see what those nerds are up to. Aw, Tannelo's giving me kisses. Check the chat, you slobs. Aw, thank you, Barrett. You're a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. Oh, it's so true. You've been talking to my girlfriend, Barrett? I don't know if I ever played Sonic specifically with John Tanelo growing up, but we played some games together. I remember, you want to hear a very 90s story? I remember my friend John invited me over to his place because he wanted to show me a mini disc player.
What?
Do you know what a mini disc player is?
Yeah, I remember I had a friend who did the same with me.
So, John was the first kid, I think in our group of friends, who got his license. And at the same time, he had a mini disc, which I don't know if you know this. You can put many albums worth of music on a mini disc.
Probably tens
and
of
then
albums.
Take it anywhere, man. You can go anywhere. You can go to the bowling alley. You can go to Taco Bell.
Wow.
You can go driving out in Beck. Like,
there's nothing like that today.
Yeah. Those were some great memories. I'm trying to think of specific video game memories with Tanelo, though. I can't think of any at present. We did used to play the Mario Invincibility theme as we bombed around the back streets of Plymouth, Michigan late at night.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
It was pretty cute. Pretty cute. Alright, so... So this is like an electrical plant?
Yeah, some sort of manufacturing facility. Obviously not in the States.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I'm amazed that they bit their tongue and resisted the urge to go steampunk here. I bet the overlap of Sonic the Hedgehog fans
cool. I'm glad that someone had the authority to put spikes there.
Okay. You want to talk to the building manager?
Yeah.
You want to talk to the architect who put this place together?
Yeah. Who designed this place?
No.
Like...
Okay, cultural question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you perceive a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog? What is your stereotype of the Sonic the Hedgehog fan?
That's a good question. I don't know, actually.
Here's what I think. Early 30s something male.
Oh, you mean like today? What would he be?
Yes.
Okay.
Early 30s something male. With the kind of a nostalgia addiction and the ability to suffer abuse at the hands of someone who's wronged them over and over and over again. Of like a late middle-aged, suburban housewife. Like just someone who can be disappointed, hurt, injured, neglected, disrespected, time and time again, and still stand by their man. Because Sonic has given its fans just garbage. Since Sonic 3, Like, listen, I'm sure that there are a couple good or even passable games in there, but when you're talking about publications numbering in the 50s, and, no one can name a good moment from any of those off the top of their head as like a cultural icon.
In recent memory.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Okay.
I think this is the moment for them, though. I think this is the game that Sonic fans will get to talk about for the rest of their basement-dwelling lives.
Their sad lives. Yeah.
For the rest of their I'm 2 degrees away from becoming a furry lives.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we got like a little...
Oh my god. Yo, I got a question for you.
Am I gonna fuck this up? Yeah, I'm
no,
definitely gonna fuck this up.
Give me the shit.
Okay, yeah, hold on. There we go.
Alright, I gotta take over then and ask my inappropriate question. Someone's gotta fucking hold it down for Team Ledger over here.
Again, I'm not exactly...
So these jump, huh?
Yeah, they pop you over stuff, so it's not always clear where it's gonna drop you either.
So... having to figure out the geometry on this so quickly is not my favorite thing, because I feel like I'm gonna fuck it up.
Oh, you can't jump though, that's good.
God damn it. Sorry, Mom. Should have studied harder.
Okay, well at least you kept... So I came from that direction.
Okay, what is the... is there a double jump effect with him? I don't think so.
It seems to do damage or something.
Oh. I'm mostly into this because it attracts rings.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm all about those rings, baby. Hey, yo, did I tell you? I'm thinking of... I'm thinking about buying a extremely thick 36-inch gold chain a la Run DMC.
Not what I expected you to say there. I was like, yes.
Yeah, my girlfriend says it's ridiculous and a waste of money, but as my best friend and confidant, I mean, what do you think, right?
I think you should definitely do it if your girlfriend says not to.
Yeah, that's great advice.
I don't say that like in spite of of all the good girlfriends out there. I just say that because it is
Someone's got to be that check and balance.
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty much your job to make sure that she knows what her place is, right? Which is that she does not dictate your fashion.
Yeah. Yeah, and if I want to spend $10,000
Yeah.
on a ridiculous piece of jewelry I'll regret in a week, it's my business,
Yeah,
right?
that's exactly it, right? She has...
Can't wait to have kids, Matt.
You are
Can't wait to
you
tell
are
my
a-
wife that when I have kids.
Yeah, you are a strong, independent man.
Yeah.
And you get to determine what you wear.
Yeah. How funny is it, like, just thinking about, on a little bit more of a serious note, sorry to get off the satire or whatever.
How dare you?
Yeah. It's the only thing that
We gotta go that way.
God damn it.
Yes, right into the bullets.
Quiet you. I have been thinking a lot about how much shit ethically just changes when you have kids. Like, think about all the shit that you in your head justify as being okay because...
No.
Is that? No, that is
a
good.
speed,
yeah. As being acceptable or good because you've chosen it, just because it's good to you. Like that the faintest veneer of acceptability and liberalism, right? It's personally pleasing to you. That shit gets blown away when you have a kid. I've just been thinking about this all the time.
Do you mean like if you had a kid, you wouldn't?
Oh, I want to sink.
Yeah. What do you mean exactly? I'm not 100% sure.
I'm saying that in terms of, in my life, in my ridiculous life, hey, for everybody listening at home, I had a dinner of milkshakes and beer, just in case you were curious, if you were wondering what I'm up to.
Yeah,
right?
so, like, he's already shit himself like 5 times.
Yeah, okay,
since he's been
that
here.
is not accurate. Alright, I'm gonna give this back to you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Tell your story.
Yeah, my sad ordeal. I guess I'm saying that just generally there are a lot of decisions I make in my life where it's just the thinnest question of small L liberal credibility as to why I'm doing it. Because I want to. Because it's something I've chosen. It's my preference, right? And I feel like having a child is just the quickest way to have that just slap the fuck out of you. Almost
yeah, like,
instantly.
well,
right?
I want to go drink milkshakes and beer, but I
Right.
have a child
Right.
now.
I have a living being.
I see.
Yeah. I've just been thinking about that a lot.
Yeah, that sounds awful. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I'm a little horrified, to be honest. I can barely make terrible decisions for myself. I can't make good decisions for two people.
Oh, you'll
right?
definitely be making bad decisions for your kid at
Thanks,
some point.
man. Yeah.
Not because you're a terrible person. It's just because there's no two ways about it. Like,
Right.
You can't have a kid and not like have fucked up at least one time.
Yeah, and maybe the kid's
don't-
better for it, right?
Yeah, right.
No one wants to die without scars. So I say to my son all the time.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, what are you supposed to do here? Oh shit. Yeah, that's pretty clever, huh?
But I don't know how to go down. Can I hurt this guy?
Maybe. Try it. Oh.
I can certainly hurt myself.
Okay, you can boop.
Oh, I can boop these.
There. Oh. What's this?
Boop-a-doo. What did I say earlier? What was the word that I
Oh
used?
god, I don't even know, like the hoopity doop or something. This game is so bizarre because it does entrance you.
Oh, there's a mighty wind.
Yeah. Too brave for a heart. It's
Oh.
just not.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Thanks.
Interesting. You encounter a.
It looked like I was able to overcome it if I did the right thing, but I didn't do the right thing. I'm sorry. For all you viewers out there, I'm sorry.
Yeah, have you told your pastor, man? I'm gonna crack another beer. You want one?
Yes. We like to keep it fast and loose here
Mostly loose.
at the Squirt Estate.
Yeah, how about that for an alternate? How about that for an alternate Sonic the Hedgehog game? Instead of gotta go fast, gotta get loose. You know. This game is bizarre though, because like I said, I like it. It's candy. It's sensorily interesting and involving, but I don't feel like the decisions that I'm making are super interesting. You know.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now.
I mean, again, I'm sorry to keep running through the litany of other great, like truly great games that we've played recently. Do you remember how many times when we would play Breath of the Wild where one or both of us would just be like, oh shit,
Like, yeah,
you know, like...
I didn't even know you could do that.
Right. And like, this game is cool in that it throws a lot of like cute little looks at you, but I haven't had a single moment where I've thought to myself like, oh, this is so interesting or rewarding, you know?
Yeah, the closest I think that we've gotten to that is probably.
Oh, get in there, get in there.
It's probably. I'm gonna give this one a shot.
Cover your eyes, streamers. It's gonna be fucking brutal. Oh, they turn into coins now. Back in my day.
Back in my day. Oh, cool.
You know, this is... It's weird... So it's weird how this is such a disjointed experience from the remainder of the game, but it keeps within its ambit or within its focus the idea of just exploiting anticipation and simple geometry.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense, right?
Ah, jeez.
Oh, you got blown?
Yeah. That was okay. Got some coins.
Fucking rings, dude. You gotta get it right. Or I'm gonna make you pay the iron price.
The coin price? The ring price?
Yeah, the golden price. What is this shit?
Okay. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's not...
Crushed.
That's not great.
That was weird. I couldn't tell if I was hurting it when I hit the bump, though. Or when I bumped it. Didn't look like I was hurting. Oh, that's not good. There we go.
So I don't think you're hurting there.
So I do want to hit it into spikes, though, I think.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, there, dude, there you go. Look, use the wind turbine kind of thing going. Well, it's not a turbine, really. It's a propeller.
Yeah,
it's like a rotator of some variety. There you go, dude. That's exactly it.
Ooh, only got one off.
Yeah. So again, like this boss fight has like a pattern and a concerted effort, and I'm learning and I'm like changing through it or whatever. I'm applying lessons. That's rewarding. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yo, have you seen the new episode of Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it was really good. Oh, boy.
You have one ring, young man.
Ugh. Gotta go fast.
Alright, so... Give me... that's
Crushed
rough.
it. So, yeah, if you get up under the spikes here, you want to give it a shot? If you get up under the spikes, it just murders you. There's no coins, or there's no rings involved.
Oh, I play a game or two of Sonic in my life, buddy. I know the rules about spikes and whatnot. I don't know how I'm going to beat this guy, though. So let's see if he can hurt us down here. I don't think he can.
Yeah, I don't think he can.
Alright, so he, outside of his projectiles, can't hurt you. So you wait, he aims a stupid projectile. You go up here, you give him a... Oh my god.
You can kind of just point it in the direction with the stick.
If you hold one of the...
Yeah,
okay.
it'll go off in that direction.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. You might even go there too.
Oh, you know I can, buddy.
Ooh.
What do you know about me? Like I was saying,
I
though,
know that you fucking hate Dr. Robotnik.
I do. He's my least favorite bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So the problem is if we come into this with only a few coins, we can't really fuck up.
Well, the problem is we can't win at a children's game that we're playing. I think I got one of the rings en route to being smashed by that. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Careful. Tails was not as careful in that.
See, this is where the truly talentless Sonic the Hedgehog player stakes his claim, where he just acknowledges that he's never gonna have more than one ring. He focuses on getting it back.
Yeah.
He gives every inch that the enemy asks for. Oh god, alright. What's one hit? Oh my god, stop it, dude.
Oh, you got it. Get in there.
Go up.
Oh boy.
That's not really what I was looking for.
There goes the ring. Okay, so you're gonna be in the double section.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the hard part, is it bounces you pretty far when it does that.
Yeah. There's a lot of bouncing in Sonic. A lot of, you're not controlling it. Propulsion, I guess, generally?
Bounce with me, bounce with me.
Bounce with me, that's right.
You're like, am I leading? Are you leading? who's leading this bounce right now?
There we go.
I love that Tails is just sort of ineffectively doing everything
Just
you're doing.
flailing around.
It does feel like the younger brother you gave the second controller to.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, you're playing. You're playing.
Fucking Christ. My brothers were actually pretty good at video games growing up, though. I would still get mad at them. I want to make that very clear. I'm extremely...
I want to ask you a serious question.
Yeah.
Were you the second player?
In some ways,
Okay, yeah.
I think generally I was a little bit of an older brother tyrant, so, you know, I wanted to play, so I got to play or whatever.
Yeah, sure. I did the same thing. I would trick my younger brother into letting me play all the time.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we're bad people? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Millennials, I think, is the word.
I refuse to use that term. My brothers...
Brollennials?
Aw. My brothers were both pretty good at video games generally too. And my brother John, my younger but not youngest brother, he has such a bizarre attitude towards some games. He's so competitive and so knowledgeable.
Oh, specific games where he just like is
good
at them.
Best example I can think of off the top of my head. We both. Oh,
There we
wonderful. I'm just gonna do it
I was
anyway.
gonna say, don't kill yourself now.
Yeah. We both adored the game Final Fantasy X for PlayStation 2.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when it came out. It's an excellent game. In many respects, chief amongst them being the battle system and the development system. Like
Tuned.
It's a game for menu lovers. So.
Have you ever played Final Fantasy Tactics? Because I think of that game
No,
when I think of menus.
James Freeland, a friend of mine from back in Ann Arbor, loved Final Fantasy Tactics more than any other game. But so my brother John, talking about like skill or capacity for video games growing up, he and I played Final Fantasy X together when we were in high school or middle school or whenever the fuck that was that came out. We both loved it. We talked about it all the time, Oh, I'm gonna develop Kimahri like this. So I'm gonna make Titus super fast so we can do anything.
You like metagamed it. You like,
yeah, we did the little kids metagame analysis of Final Fantasy X. Here's the difference between my brother and myself. My brother John, who is a brilliant man. I mean, one of the most hardworking, honest, kind, generous, sweet, smart dudes I know.
Look at these fucking guys playing with a saw. That's dangerous, y'all.
That is dangerous. He played Final Fantasy X to the point where I think that he had gotten 100% on every possible achievable stat.
Wow.
In every dimension of the game. Like, there was literally nothing more to be advanced in it. And this is... I know that sometimes speedrunners and video game nerds get upset at, what does it mean to 100% a game. I'm saying John got to the point. He got there. You know what I mean? Like, there were no more knobs to turn any further to the right in this game,
He's like, hey, watch as I beat the last boss with one hit.
Right, yeah. Or this, I'm not gonna tease him because I'm not too hard or whatever. But let me think about this. He'd be like, yeah, so this is the most difficult stat ranked bestiary enemy. It's not in the game. It's made up once you break certain statistics or certain levels or whatever. And if you pay attention, my Orin Waka combo is allowing me to basically create a cycle where I do max damage for 5 turns in a row. There's never really a statistical chance it'll take me down during the course of this. Because he's so smart and so weirdly dedicated about that, So John is great at video games in that way. I have never seen a man own a video game more than he owned Final Fantasy X.
Mm-hmm. Alright, fuck that coin over there, that ring over there. I don't give a shit.
Oh shit.
I give a shit about speed.
Oh, I thought it was gonna bounce you. See, another example of like a weird visual cue.
Yeah.
With the things on, the plungers.
Also, it looks like some sort of poison or something over here. Those motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's gonna be great at one point when you jump down on some enemy that's bouncing around, but then you discover it was actually a live animal and it just squishes and you just killed it.
Oh my god. This is just fucking terrible.
I'm not gonna say you're bad at those, but...
Again, I'm not going after blue walls right now. Actively working against it. Okay, so I haven't quite figured out... Okay, there's like a spot where it bounces you.
Oh, what do we have here?
Ugh.
Is that like a typeset? Is this the Gutenberg level? What are we doing?
Okay,
there you go.
So it's kind of like if you hit it at just the right time, it'll bounce you. There we go.
So that's cool that happens there, but how could you have seen that coming, jumping into the air, right?
I mean, if it's moving, I feel like it's doing something in this game, right?
If it moves, we can exercise content from it. Oh, shit.
Alright.
I would not... Oh, maybe you can get on top of that thing, though.
Yeah. Crush it. Yeah.
Oh, extra fucking life.
Except I can't get up there.
Tails. Oh, you better hope it doesn't smash you.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing that is always a little bit weird. It's like, which walls actually break?
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about, is that, again, I'm going to use Hyper Light Drifter as an example because I really like it. There were moments in Hyper Light Drifter where the secrets that you had to look for were hard to find, for sure, no question about that. But they would give you an audio or a visual cue.
Hint, yeah.
It would be discernible as to what it was that you were looking for, right? Even if it was in a difficult way, even if it was in a sometimes confusing way.
I mean, also, you could just kill all the fucking dead bodies that you wanted all
Yeah.
day long. You could just break everything.
You
which
did
is
love
always fun.
slaughtering skeletons in that game. I
Oh
remember
my
that.
god.
What was the first rule of like Hyper Light Drifter Club? Is like fuck skeletons.
Yeah, fuck skeletons.
Yeah.
I guess that moved this thing down.
Okay. Oh jeez. Oh, go to the right, I guess. I don't know.
I think and then go under it, right?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so again, like, I'm starting to focus on this, but in the logic of this game, we are now a, blue hyper-fast hedgehog in what appears to be a textiles factory or a newsprinting company.
Fucking technology, man.
Yeah, it's more of that technophobia. I think that's what it is,
Yeah,
right?
it is a strange sort of technophobia, because you don't get that often just in games in general. There's like, I can't go that way.
Well, it's one of the cheapest storytelling tropes, It's just,
Well, but there's a difference between like Fern Gully, which is like pollution is bad,
yeah.
and this, which is like fuck all technology.
So if I'm reading into this right now, we are in a newspaper factory that is depicting pictures of, I think Sonic is a bad guy on the front page.
Seems to be.
And
yeah.
if I had to guess, you know what it is? Dr. Robotnik, he's not only running the chemical companies and the, what was the other one? The gambling
so he's
companies.
Rupert Murdoch is what you're trying to
Yeah,
say.
he's a media mogul as well. Alright, so this is Robotnik is the kind of oppressor Illuminati class kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic is a freedom fighter?
Robotnik is Beyonce.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, this is unintuitive here. When you run up that wall, just keep holding left, and it'll keep your momentum.
Yeah, this is the thing, is like, I because I'm constantly switching directions, I'm like, I have no idea what to fucking click.
So again, you gotta go fast. I think going fast here involves just holding the last button that you pressed.
I think that's
until
right.
you have to make a new decision,
Okay, that was a thing. Oh, did I just gain a life?
Yeah. That's dope.
Okay, alright. Give me some bounce. Bounce with me.
Bounce with it.
There we go. Alright, cool. So, there's a timing thing here, or like a up and down thing here, which I don't know what it is, and it just happens randomly.
Yeah. Pause the game really quickly. I'm gonna see if either of them have said "get good" yet, because I think that's coming. Oh fuck! Must accelerate rapidly.
Invariably maximize velocity. You guys know the second-person control Tails. Well, of course we know that.
Oh my god.
It's a matter of, do we want a second player to do anything?
Yeah. I will say you guys are really correct and on point in terms of the skill level that's going on here. I have given this game more critiques than it deserves in the last hour. Maybe the problem is I'm not great at it, I'm also probably not taking it as quote-unquote seriously as you should a game. I don't know what that means. What does it mean to take a game seriously?
Okay, well, I did it just a second ago. Okay, maybe you just have to like push the button a lot? Yeah, okay, that's what it is.
Sonic solves a lot of its problems through kind of just button mashing, I think.
It's called button smash.
Oh my god. This game is so pretty though, right?
Yeah, this is pretty good art.
And like how rewarding is it? This is a little bit of maybe a minor nerdy detail or whatever, but having grown up in the mid 80s, well, I was born in the mid 80s, and then in the 90s, sprite animation was the best that we got for a long time, right? And
it has an aesthetic unto itself too, which I think people don't recognize. Where it's like this is just a method. It's like oh wait, wow,
whoa, oh donk.
I'm just gonna say I don't like that part of the game. So far, that is my least favorite part of this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're absolute shit at it. I
think even if I was good, I would probably still not like it, because it's just very different from the rest of the game.
Yeah. Well, so to talking about these sprite animations though. So when I was a kid, played a lot of like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Insert Biggie Smalls joke here. And when sprites are the predominant way of representing a character. Like, let's use the guys in Chrono Trigger, for example. I don't know if you ever played that game. It's an SNES classic RPG.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I love the character design, right? Because it's just such an engrossing story, and you care so much about these little cartoon people, right?
Am I going down right now? Is this actually happening, or am I just repeating myself? I can't tell. I think I'm just repeating myself.
Yeah, it seems to be. Huh. So when you're playing a game that's where the graphics are told entirely through sprites, you're actually functioning on a very like limited number of instances of what a character or an idea looks like, right? And it's so rewarding to see in these reimagined new games that take the old style but then give you new looks at this character through the sprite format. Because as a kid, I would draw them constantly, over and over and over again. You know, I had friends who would fill in graph paper to look like pixel by pixel
it's kind of
sprites.
like
you know?
you can see how they do it because you can sort of see the pieces of it, and so it feels very. Oh, here we go. It feels kind of egalitarian in the sense it's like anyone can get some graph paper and put some colors on it.
Sure. There's definitely an art to even sprite.
I mean,
sprite
it's the
art.
animation that is much more difficult.
Oh, fuck.
So I guess I gotta get under this guy.
Oh, and this guy isn't even a Robotnik.
Okay, so
I bet you wish you were playing more Mean Bean Machine now. Hey, Tails helped out a little bit there.
Thanks, Tails. The second player I never had.
Baby, I'll be you, Tails. Oh, man. That was a pretty good level, I guess. I'm a little weirded out by the whole...
I feel like this was the weakest level so far, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Press Garden. No, I was totally right. I love that that was probably prompted by the intro scene, or the title card to this level I was just too...
yeah, right. I was about to say, we haven't really been reading a lot in this game.
I don't really get the impression that Sonic the Hedgehog is a reading-focused game.
No.
I'm going to throw that out there. Oh, look at this.
That's why I keep calling it coins instead of rings. I don't know how to
Yeah.
read, Scott.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, also they're the same thing.
Is this... Oh. So, is this a Japanese-themed level? Is that what I'm looking at right here?
It's kind of like rose petal, or loaded, not, yeah, rose petals, is that right? No, what's the trees in Japan?
Well, there's quite a few. Probably Lotus is what you're thinking of. Can I break this ice?
No, no, there's, in Kyoto, they have, I think it's like a rose garden. I'm trying to remember.
Japanese people got a lot of shit. Who's looking at What the fuck is this? Alright. That's kind of what I'm talking about. I really don't know what I'm aiming for right now. Oh, coins.
Definitely that. So, that feels ungettable right now.
I think I have to get a fire shield. That would be my guess, right?
Yeah, something. Or just a little more speed coming back that direction.
Alright, well, we're going to get completely out of this little
There we go.
subroutine.
Okay, so can you
Can I
actually
burn?
break that? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, holding right.
Yeah, I like the parts where it just shoots you over a bunch of stuff and you're just like,
This
okay.
motherfucker.
Look at these guys playing with saws. Like,
I know.
It's no big deal.
Right. What would their mother say? I don't even know.
They'd probably say, "Pass me the saw."
We're a crab family.
Yeah, we're.
Let me show you how a real man gets blue spheres. Oh wait, have you already started this one? Yeah.
No, this one. I don't know actually how this
Oh my
is.
gosh. There we go. Oh yeah. Man, blue spheres seem slim for the pickings these days.
Yeah, 54 of them left. Jeez.
What do you people want from me? Here we are.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to collect blue spheres.
Can do, man. Fuck! No! God damn it.
Right? There's definitely a few patterns there that, like, if you go the wrong direction, you just can't get it.
Did they just introduce a spring that explodes? Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks, bro. Oh, so we're harvesting the trees to make the newspapers for a media mogul bad guy, Dr.
Dude,
Robotnik.
I have to say, Robotnik has quite a bit of industry. Like, he's horizontal as fuck.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly right. I feel like he's bringing a lot of jobs to this land, you know?
Pretty much all of the jobs. I haven't seen any non-Robotnik company.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog sure as fuck doesn't have, like, I don't know, like a garbage truck company or something.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a superstar achievement.
I don't think you would want a.
What is this?
I don't think you'd want a garbage company with the motto "Gotta go fast."
Yeah, what is the worst industry that you could get into with the motto "Gotta go fast"? How's that for the chat? There you guys go. Come up with some. Oh.
Oh, sweet.
bad.
Bitcoin. That's a good
Did
question.
you say coin or Bitcoin?
Big Bitcoin. I said Bitcoin. All right.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
Yeah, so when you're in the air, I guess it's kind of just everywhere.
Yeah,
like,
a little delayed.
It's almost like sliding around. Oh, and that bumps you up into the sky.
Yeah, it is a lot like sliding around.
Yeah, it's very strange. This appears to be the same level I was on, though.
I think that they just do them in order until you get them.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Until you get good, as they say.
Yeah.
Alright, 24. Some more points.
This feels a little bit like Mario Kart.
Yeah, right? Like,
Mach 2, motherfuckers!
I don't even see the fucking guy, though. It's easier now that you're
faster?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure I agree with that. Yeah. This is great, though. So, alright, I do have to temper. I feel like I've thrown a lot of criticism at this game already, and
I'm pretty sure Sonic can take it.
Yeah. It is an accomplishment, and it is...
Oh, shit.
What the fuck is happening? And I want to start off with the most positive first point that I made, that this represents, I think, really a potential industry shift in terms of how do you think about the best way to leverage creative product. And the answer is sometimes not to control production yourself, but to license. There's a contract theory of efficiency here.
Sure,
right?
I do wonder about older games that eventually will be like off of copyright or whatever.
Oh, goodness gracious, copyright terms are over 100 years. It'll be sometime.
Even if it's just like the copyright, like just no one claims it, like it not lapses, but like somebody dies and nobody claims it or something like that. Like,
well, there is a requirement for that to happen, but for corporate entities or business entities that hold copyrights, they're never going to forget to. God damn it. Where is this thing, right? That's it up there?
yeah, man, this one you gotta be really on top of your shit, I think.
This is a great game, though. I'm really enjoying this. So yeah, that's
this part is more fun than the other Blue Spheres thing.
Oh my god, So the positive thing I want to say about this, again, because I don't want to shit on it too much, is it does bring some originality to what I think is a fundamentally boring, or not boring, but not super rewarding thing.
Sort of, not exactly one-dimensional, but
1.5 dimensional,
yeah, right,
I guess.
Like, yeah, it doesn't quite hit 2 either.
Right. Not that it's bad, it's just, I don't know, it's not interesting. It's also not interesting in a way that somehow Mario has remained, fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's...
remarkably interesting, you know.
Fuck. Tails, what are you doing?
Are we gonna go down here? But, I think it has,
Careful.
I do hope that it does change the way that people do, like, management, basically, of intellectual property rights. And make them look towards the efficiency of contract, man. Because you don't have to make it to profit, baby.
Right.
Just send it to somebody else. You do it with everything else in your fucking life, right? Oh, fuck. Right.
Yeah, like, I don't take my... Not to bring back the garbage thing, but I don't take out my own garbage.
Yeah, man, what's up with you and garbage lately? You been looking in the mirror or what? Ew!
I may be a garbage person, but you're the pail, Scott. You're the pail.
I'm gonna be like, just kidding, baby, I love you. Oh man, what are we doing? This is like, again, maybe I'm simple-minded, but this is another example of like, I don't know what to do here, right?
You can be simple-minded and also not know what to do.
We're gonna go over here, I think. Is this where we're going?
I do find myself being like, weren't we just in this area? No,
Right.
It's a totally different area.
That's a Robotnik.
That is a
I'm not
Robotnik.
getting that. Is he gonna drop that? Like, yeah, he is.
Like a mouse. Whoa, he like flew. That was weird.
Well,
Can you go all the way through?
no, don't.
Nah. So I feel like that thing is gonna freeze you to death if you. Yeah.
But we maybe need to turn into this block. Oh,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah, that's intuitive.
Might not be, yeah. It's pretty. It's just, yeah, like I said, it's not bad. It's just that even looking back on Sonic with all the love and nostalgia that I had as a kid, I don't know that I find it that interesting of a game anymore. And the controls are just a little clunky for yours truly. I'm also kind of bad at video games, you know, I try not to play them too much.
Is that coming out of that thing? What is happening right now? There we go. Okay, yeah, they're definitely shooting things.
Is my payoff?
I think you gotta go to the left, right?
Oh, right.
Because that's where the thing's in the wall.
Oh. here now. I'm a block again. I'm chilling. I'm running around. All right, boss time. Let's do it. Oh shit. God.
Okay, so he makes you dice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit. Throws little ninja stars.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't think he's invulnerable. I think you can hit him just about any time.
Yeah, he just swings his sword and that turns into ice.
What a jerk.
Oh,
crap.
There you go.
There you go. Let me down. God damn, now you show up! Oh my god.
The boss was like, what are you guys doing up there?
I swear to God.
I don't like how this is going.
It's like the guy who shows up on the day of the, group presentation in school and says, so what do you guys need me to do, I'm here today. Don't worry. Oh, hell yeah.
Sweet.
Dope, dope, dope.
He's like, well, we got the project finished, man.
Yeah, it's fun. I didn't actively cause this to fail, and for that, you're welcome,
Honestly, for some people, that's enough.
Yeah.
For some people, I'm like, thank you for not being in the way.
Right.
Oh, we got a little cutscene going on here.
So, Mecha Sonic, I think... what's this? What was in those brownies, Carl? Oh, man. So, now we're in an Acropolis? So
Stardust Speedway.
This music is incredible.
Yeah, the music has always been pretty solid.
Do you know if there's any truth to that rumor that Michael Jackson made the music for the original...
What? Really? I don't know if I've heard that.
Yeah, the original Sonic games. I've heard that rumor 100 times, and I don't know what's happening right now. Whoa, okay. Gotta go fast, guys.
We got there.
Yeah. Not yet. Oh.
Alright.
Alright, I think I can do this. So I'll grab you. Jump here. Jump here!
So, okay, Stardust Speedway. So this is like the, that's not good. This is like the...
Drugs?
No, Robotnik. What is their industry behind this one?
Yeah, there's gotta be...
This just like entertainment.
Oh. Well, the classical architecture, if I wanted to be really cynical, would make me think of this as like the branch of government in the Robotnik world or whatever.
Oh, maybe.
But Stardust Speedway, I mean, that doesn't sound like a government theme. I don't know what would, I don't know, the heart-numbing and cruel drudgery of human oppression of other humans, Land, Act 1.
You're right.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of... Whoa, that's kind of crazy.
Still very... Oh, this guy. Oh, yeah? You gonna come here? Ah.
Oh, fuck. So it's just like a time. That... maybe you should have known.
I tried to bash him. Yeah, there seem to be a lot of plants here. What type of evil industry has plants in it? That's not very green of them to suggest that this is evil. Oh my god, okay.
There was a hole behind that.
Pray for Mojo. Oh, okay. Now I'm invincible, though. Oh. That is the one thing that's a little weird, is that when you're invincible, you just want to run into all the enemies, but that's very rarely the idea in Sonic, right?
Yeah. So this one seems to be pushing you.
I've been here already.
So there's... Yeah, go down to the left.
This music is incredible.
So it looks like it's trying to push you to that left side because there's a hole that you have to get into. So not that down that way.
Yeah, this is kind of... This guy... Can I kill him? Tails can kill him.
I think he just pops if you don't. If you move away from him.
So what do you think? Go over here?
So, yeah, go up then. So yeah, up there, to the left of that bounce pad, there was like a hole you could go into. Oh, this way.
Ah.
There we go.
Ta-da! Yeah, I think a lot of this is probably just Scott needs to get good at Sonic the Hedgehog. But really, do I? I mean, it's weird to ask a lot of me as a player when I'm
No.
essentially indulging in a nostalgia fest, right?
Yeah, I would say don't do that.
Oh, fucking Christ. I got other shit to
You're
do.
already well on the path of not doing that.
Thanks, man. Alright.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm just gonna take my hands off the controllers. Maybe that'll help.
Oh, good. Give me a choice.
Alright.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh. Piece of shit. It's fucking spikes. Well, don't know what you wanted to happen there, but
Yeah.
the right thing did. Oh.
What's that thing from Rick and Morty? Let me out. Let me out. This is not a test.
Yeah.
This is not a dance, you know? Oh my god. Ugh. You gonna take a crack at this? I'm getting smashed.
I'll take it. I'll take a crack.
There you go. So it pauses right before
Yeah.
you're gonna
Otherwise
blast
it just
it.
follows you around. Oh, Jesus. Things are fucking brutal. Okay. Got another little Jack and the Beanstalk thing going here.
Oh, you're bouncing. Straight bouncing.
Bounce with my bounce with
It's a good looking game. It does feel like it might push against the boundaries that are set for it by nostalgia. Like I feel like if the original Sonic hadn't been such a I don't mean this in a negative way, but kind of low tech 16-bit for like first generation 16-bit game, you know, like fresh out the box, right?
Yeah. One of the OG.
Right. Maybe it would have opened up more creative space for them to do more with this. I'm not sure. I hope that these guys make another game when they're done with this. I don't want them to just have to do Sonic, right?
I feel like they could probably just keep making good Sonic levels for the rest of
Oh, that's true. Like I said earlier, victims of abuse, happy victims of abuse, those Sonic fans,
exactly.
right?
I mean, because there's like continued Mega Man games, you know. And
Really?
Yeah, they've made a couple recently that are like low tech. Like,
Now that's a game I do remember playing with fucking John fucking Tanalo.
yeah, Mega Man is also fantastic.
Yeah. That was a game that we would play, and he would always be much better than I was, and I would get frustrated, and then he would stick with it.
That's one of those games that I actually do like to speedrun through. Like I found myself doing that.
Interesting. So I have watched more. You want to get a weird insight into my psyche really quickly?
Yes, please.
I am very familiar with video games and speedrunning and net culture around recording, regurgitating, and commemorizing video games and video game efforts or whatever. I've watched more videos about the history of speedruns than speedruns themselves.
Yeah.
There's one fella on YouTube,
Yeah.
he does these... Oh, yo! Swirling stars back there, man. I'm just more interested in the process of the game being broken rather than someone playing a game quickly.
This little motherfucker.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boop him. There you go.
Boop the one.
Wah!
Okay, cool. Thanks, dude. Oh, get back here.
You know, for all the two parties listening out there, I'll tell you, if you want to play an excellent modern game that more or less directly derives itself from nostalgic or classical platforming in both its culture and its execution, play Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for the Wii U. I know I'm the only person on the planet with a Wii U, I acknowledge that. But if you get a chance to play Tropical Freeze, it's excellent. And it is more or less like a better version of this game. It's a little bit more intuitive, a little bit more lush and beautiful and engrossing. Criminally underappreciated game. Plus the music is without peer.
Oh man, that's hard. I don't like that.
Are you figuring out this guy?
Yep, I think I figured him out so hard it stopped.
Maybe he just left you to your own devices.
Oh, there we go. That was weird. Die, motherfucker, die.
Yeah, I see you're on the whole one ring strategy as well.
Oh yeah. It's the only way I play.
That's a good one. Yeah, I feel like I'm feeling particularly. Oh, you needed that. Oh, you got there.
Hey, just like I planned it.
Yeah. Next time I wake up with a hangover, about to go into work on a day that I'm dreading, I'm gonna describe myself as feeling real one ring right now. Just barely holding on. Oh yeah, boop it. So I didn't figure out the evil industry that was there. Did you?
No, maybe we'll find out in the second one. Well, it looks like we did something special here.
Looks like we're, I don't know, in the live stream.
Stardust Speedway. Okay, now we got some more industry going.
Is it a music industry?
I think it's just like entertainment.
Is that distinct from media? I guess it is. Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, because there's like the news, and then there's like, check out this fucking race, and
right,
like all this shit.
So many lies to be told.
Yeah. That's true. That's basically what you do when you write a play, is just tell a bunch of lies to people.
Yeah. I can't even track this right. And this is
There's a
old,
lot of colors going on.
Yeah, this is Old Man Score taking over right now, and he is legitimately confused by what's going on his screen.
I mean, maybe if you take Ritalin, it's easier to look at the screen. Like,
yeah. This does feel like a Adderall makes me study better kind of game. I don't know. I don't want to play my old man card, but it's just a lot.
yeah, wow.
I can't.
It's the fact that we have like the doubled up screen right now with OBS, and then we're like, it's already like pretty aggressive in terms of colors and stuff.
All right, I'm gonna try to maybe use. All right, my lighting.
There we go.
There we go.
Something's happening.
It's it just doesn't feel intuitive to me as to what the rules are for smooth progression. So it's like a game about momentum, I guess, right? Yep. And momentum is great, but it's not always clear to me like what the rules are on how to achieve it, you know? This is why maybe the, ooh, there we go, get out of here, girl. I'm just kind of jumping now. Maybe that's why the bonus level that we were talking about we like so much is you have perspective of where you're going moving forward. So
yeah, that's true. That's an interesting way to think about it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really just in. Oh, that
would have been.
That was gonna be great.
Yeah.
Why did I? I'm sorry, stream.
Alright. You think you can go up. Go right.
Yeah, there we go.
And then just let it go all the way up. Yeah. And then probably. Right.
Okay, so this makes me think of the skill set of you ever played D&D? Of course, we played it together, right?
Yeah.
Where you kind of have to map out a dungeon in your head or something. This is like the Zelda challenge before you get the treasure map for a dungeon, where you're like, what room have I been in? Where have I gone? You know, this is some straight Donkey Kong bullshit right here.
Trying to be, Jesus.
Okay. I feel like I'm getting a lot of mixed signals from this game right now.
Yeah, this game's like, yo, you like coins? Fucking
yeah,
bazooka yourself over this direction.
Yeah, I feel like, and again, this is, ooh, there we go. Yeah, this does seem to be like ritzy entertainment. Maybe this is...
I don't know what the other one was, though, if that's the case.
Media. I think there was like
no. I mean,
media.
the other half of this level. So, like, maybe it was just like the traveling to this place or something?
I don't know, man. I held right and jumped every now and then for that level. I'll save you, Mechasonic. Hey. These are my friends that I'm freeing, remember?
Oh. Mechasonic's like, yo, dude.
Oh, he doesn't like me. More the duality of
gotta...
natural versus unnatural.
Do you have to, like, run away from him? Yeah. Cool. Bro's trying to front on going fast right now? Nah, dude.
Like it.
Nah, dude.
So we got an audio cue and purely horizontal movement to dodge, I guess. No.
That one was a little quicker. Can you damage him in it? I guess you just gotta keep moving.
I don't know. Although I'll point out that last time we... Oh my gosh.
Oh.
We had to fight those Robotniks in the sky before just by running to the right.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, something changed.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, dope.
Now we're in a room.
Some Wizard of Oz shit is going on.
Oh, okay.
What is this?
There's another little fucking Mechasonic. Look at that little guy.
Is this guy our friend?
No, I don't think that guy's your friend. You gotta kill that dude. Or maybe hit the big boy. Yeah, that guy definitely hurts you. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Oh, those are our little buddies. We got a free.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, did it hit him?
Yep. I mean, this is a game where if there's two moving parts, one needs to get bounced into the other. See, it's gonna hit him.
They don't always go directly at it, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, in fact, that was almost bad.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't know that I have enough control over them to aim them necessarily.
I think just randomly hitting them at any direction is probably pretty good.
Oh, thank you, Tails. My good friend
There we
Tails.
go.
Hey.
Take that, you mechanized version of me.
Yeah.
Stop trying to automate my job. Which is to go fast.
Too timely.
Oh shit. Another one.
My parents raised me to go fast. My generation's been going fast for 5 generations. Oh my god, this is so annoying. I gotta admit, I'm a little out of my element here. I'm only used to dealing with non-Mechasonics.
Yeah. The only Sonic I know is me. And I'm not Mecha. Oh, there's the thing. Oh, push you backwards though. I can push you backwards. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to go that way.
Oh boy. God.
Oh.
Scorch Sonic skill level is pretty low. Are we gonna have to fight him again? What's going on?
It seems like he's feeling sorry for you. He's like, come on, man.
Yeah, like, get it together, dude. This isn't even fun for me.
Yeah, like, I do like battling. Let's battle.
I wouldn't call this a battle, what we're doing right now.
No. Oh.
Okay, this seems great. Oop.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Okay.
It's just gonna slowly follow us now.
These graphics in the background look like the wet dream of a Star Fox Super Nintendo player.
I think speed up. Sped up.
Oh, I'm living on the edge! How am I supposed to boop him while I'm running like that?
I think probably gotta wait till he gets in front of you and starts shooting those things out, and then once his shields come down, there. Yeah.
Booped.
Yeah, so it looks like he fires 3 little plasma beams or something.
So based on the imagery behind us, we assume we're in a circular donut track going around Dr. Robotnik's giant self-fashioned.
You know, I didn't even notice that until you said that.
Yeah.
That's how effective this art is.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm gonna get hit again.
Oh.
Oh no.
In between a Sonic and a hard place.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at video games.
Dude, that Sonic, the Mecha Hedgehog was fucking. He's like sharking it. Look at that. Look at him.
I can't hit him. It's actually very hard to time this. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Be careful. Be careful. Thankfully, this game is very forgiving.
Man, I'm glad this is a game for children. How many times am I gonna circle this? Fuck. There we go. Alright. Wow, I really got my hand held through that one.
That was kind of rough.
Yeah, done. Done with it. Okay, and thus exhausts my patience for Sonic Mania.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with this.
I enjoyed that a lot. I thought it was pretty good.
It's a good game. It's definitely better than I remember it. Hydro City is our next endeavor.
Yeah, well, I think that pretty clearly this is not what we actually remember as Sonic games, though.
No, it's much more the like blowing into the cartridge and sitting in someone's basement part.
Yeah. Query to what extent you can separate the context of experiencing a media from the media itself.
I mean, I think you can. That's just what criticism is, isn't it? And in some ways, being able to examine it even as you play, as we are doing at this very moment.
Yeah. Hard to say. I think that this game captures, obviously, a lot of the charm of the original, and that's awesome. That's really impressive. But I think that, like I said, the thing that really gets me excited about this is not another really high-polished, kind of nostalgia-fawning effort at recreating juvenile joy or experienced joy or whatever, as much as it's just the fact that these guys had an IP that they had lost sight of how to give commercial or cultural value to.
Yeah.
And there were enough people out there who could stand up, raise their hand, and say, I'm willing to tell you what my nostalgia looks like. And, through a bunch of bullshit, it basically got made through the extremely dedicated efforts of probably hundreds of people.
Right. So it looks like we got that one coin of some sort.
Oh, dope. Yeah, we made some great progress today, guys.
So it said that we have some sort of power, or something happened. Something got unlocked.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that there's a pretty minimal level of explanation to the whole Sonic the Hedgehog mania game here. Does feel manic. I'll give it credit for that.
Oh, Jesus. I'm manicked out right now.
Right.
Oh, and the game crashed.
Yeah. A little rough on the edges there. Well, okay. I hope you guys didn't mind our just stream of consciousness experiences with Sonic Mania. I might come back to this myself. It was a little much. Wasn't in love with it, but I think it's an accomplishment from an artistic and a commercial standpoint.
I think I would give it like a full run through just to see all the bosses.
Right. I think I would do it a full hold right run through.
Yeah,
I just don't think I would spend the time because the reward isn't there. I feel the reward with the Mario games. If I find like some secret place or whatever.
I guess it depends on what happens when you get all the Chaos Emeralds.
Yes, naturally. It becomes supersonic and then life is worth living.
And then you can just fucking do whatever you want.
Right, yeah. Well, why don't we sign off for the
You're
night?
a celebrity, so they'll let you do it.
Yeah, oh, God. I am... We'll talk next time about
I'm just imagining Sonic being a just total sleazebag now. And Dr. Robotnik is somehow like the good guy.
Yeah, the nice bourgeois capitalist just trying to create wealth for a world that desperately needs it.
Very Ayn Rand.
Yeah. Well, next time we're gonna get some really good objectivist critiques of the implicit ethos of a Sonic the Hedgehog reboot made by fans. So set your calendar. Also, we don't publish times that we do this, so whatever.
Yeah. You should set your calendar anyway, though, and then tell us when you set it to, and then maybe.
Although I think in terms of the supply and demand of media content, we might need to fit into other people's calendars instead of
it's like, hey, I hacked into your computer and I added us to your calendar.
Yeah. Or hey, yo, when are you free? Next week I'm thinking about streaming.
Yeah. Right. Hey, yo. You up?
Great.
You up?
I'm just thinking, my economics brain is going crazy. All right, so we're going to sign off for the night. This has been the Ledger Cast. As always, this is Scott Kane.
And I'm Matt Hooks.
And we'll talk to you guys next time. Ciao.